to do a little some for the planet. We ain't huffing, we just puffing. We just had to do a little some for the planet.
Favorite Seattle MCs. But we got Remex and DL Murray here in the studio. How's it going, y'all?
I'm doing good. How are you, Bobby?
I'm alright also.
Cool, I'm doing good too.
That's good.
So cool, I'm glad we could finally have you on the show, because we had talked about it a few times and you were saying how like you had class conflicts.
Yeah, every week exactly this time.
It's like the exact time of my show.
Yeah.
Dominating my interview. But where did the name Remex come from?
That's funny. I'm only a quarter Mexican, you know, I'm slightly brown, you know. Yeah, and
but you're going to play that up.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically just remix, and I just changed the word remix to Mex, and it just stuck with ever since.
Yeah, so you guys, are you both from Olympia then?
Born and raised, yeah.
Yeah. And so when did you guys meet each other?
I was a senior in high school. No.
Yeah, no, you were...
I was a junior.
Yeah, you were a junior, I was a freshman.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of strange. I was just, I was like a new rapper at the time, kind of. Like I had just started recording music. I'd been writing for a long time, but I decided to just go on SoundClick, which was the big thing back then. And,
so what year was this?
This was like 2005, something like that. Yeah. And
so many of those sites,
looking for Olympia rappers on Facebook, and I came across Remex, and it said
it was MySpace back then.
Was it?
It was MySpace.
It was something, but I said in his bio that he goes to the same school as me.
So you sought him out?
I hit him up and I was like, hey, if we're both making rap music, we should, you know.
That's fucking initiative there.
That's what I wanted to do. I just
find
wanted
someone and be like, you rap, I rap.
Relationships with other rappers from Olympia.
That's cool. Have a, I looked up your song that you have together, Hip Hop Music, online, saw the YouTube video. Where can people find that video at?
YouTube.
Just look.
Yeah, just YouTube.com. Yeah, actually, if you type in Remex, it's the first thing that comes up. Just Remex, yeah. If you type in anything else, though, it asks you, did you mean remix? It's like, no. Yeah.
Yeah, but so you guys have a lot of views on that. There's something like thousands or something. It's up there.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder what Remex is like. I get it. Like,
you
it's
think
funny.
You're just feeding off of some kind of...
You can thank the bowling ball trick for that.
Yeah, actually, the bowling ball trick. If you've seen that on my YouTube.
Explain what that video is, real quick.
Okay, basically, I can spin a bowling ball around my arms, you know, just like a basketball, and I got like.
So you're taking a bowling ball, and you're just doing a kind of full circle with your arms. It's spinning around.
Yep.
How did you hurt yourself when you were learning how to do that?
I've hit myself in the face a couple times, you know, but you know,
but that's just what you got to do if you're going to learn how to do that.
Yep, exactly. Just one of those hidden talents that I have, and it got me a lot of views, and that's
how many views does that video have?
I want to say 30,000 by now. You know,
30,000 views.
I still don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
And is this what kind of stuff are you writing about right now, or what are your topics that are floating around in your mind?
Well, the couple of songs that I started writing in the last couple of weeks, I've been doing a lot of work on my second album since I've been finishing up my classes. I started writing a song about the day I turned 18, which was a really big day in my life because I had, it's a day that I had planned for a few years.
What happened on the day?
It was the day that I moved out of my mom's house because I was living with my mom ever since my parents got divorced for that was about 10 years of my life, and it was just a really bad situation that I had to get out of. And I always promised myself that I wouldn't stay there any longer than I had to. And the day before I turned 18, I almost decided that I wasn't going to leave because my mom and my sister had made me a cake for my birthday that night, and it made me kind of rethink things. But I still ended up leaving. But it's
the cake didn't make up for enough.
I mean, no.
Just being around.
The song is just kind of about all the different emotions that I cycled through that night.
Yeah, that sounds like an intense experience.
Yeah, I've been trying to do a lot of personal, you know, meaningful shit on this album.
That's cool. Well, you kind of rap. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I mean, I'm just trying to get away from like the kind of meaningless bullshit that I had sprinkled in my first album. Like, you know, stupid shit about drugs and clubbing and things that aren't even real. You know, it's fun to do, but it gets redundant after a while.
Well, and at some point,
Basically, one time, my buddy David Geis, he was in a band called String Theory, and they performed at the South Pacific, and I talked to the owner. I was like, hey, do you ever do hip-hop shows here? And he told me, you know, as long as you don't bring gangsters, yeah. Go for it. Like, gangsters in Olympia, they're hard.
But then you brought me in Heretic.
Yup.
And blew the spot up. But
never mind, bikers go there all the time.
Uh-huh.
But they're not gangsters, because they're white. They're white.
But yeah, I just got lucky, and they liked the turnout of the first show, and the second show that I hosted there was by far my favorite, because you know, Gonzo Family and Just In Case hit me up at last minute, and they were just like, "Do you need a DJ? Do you need another performer?" And I'm like, "Well, I would love to have both of you on."
Just happened.
Yeah, it was perfect.
What is your motivation behind the shows, or why do you go out and book shows?
Mainly, I guess the number one reason is because nobody else gives us shows. I have a feeling that no one in my city.
Yeah, that's the only reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I think everyone does, though.
Well, that's how everyone has to do it. You know, Jay-Z always says, like, no one would sign me, so I made my own record label. Like, no one would give me shows, so I made my own shows and blew up the spot, you know?
Yeah. It's just better to do it yourself in general.
Cool. So what's your, I guess, eventual goal with it, or what do you want to do with music, do with booking shows? Where do you see yourself going on from here?
We want to go on tour, at least, you know, make more music, you know, and hopefully, you know, just you know, stay afloat on music. I mean, if we can sell, you know, doing what we like to do, you know,
yeah,
that'd be the
well,
dream.
man, you got your
my
video.
parents going bad shit. Yeah, I made your daughter swallow a tab of acid, and we made quote-unquote love on her mattress. It ain't my fault you raised a future porno actress. Don't get me wrong, she was good, but still needs the practice. All I'm useful for is fucking and rhyming. Nothing about me is lovely, it's not like I'm even trying. I'm really quite vulgar, you can blame it on my culture. Swooping like a vulture and skeeting on your molars. No one out there is colder, compare me to the polar. Bright like the solar, chopping grass like a mower. Yes, I'm a stoner, not planning on going sober, and fuck buying a bag, I had to hire my own grower. I know I will never meet full parental approval. At least one thing's agreed, that those feelings are mutual. I know I shouldn't teach your kids about pharmaceuticals, but I'm rather unusual when I step into the studio. If you say I'm whack, then it's tasty.
The functioning addict, my mic's dusty act for a couple months in the attic. And I'm stupid off the top, but I'm crazy with the writtens. And I'll raise you 50 big ones, I'll amaze anyone with them. But people get thrown off because of the white balance. Like something's funny about the way that the light bounces. In my humble opinion, you all should pipe down and give a listen to my sound, because mine sounds different, and the time is now. I can hear the click of it ticking, stripped of inhibitions, like I'm in the thick of addiction, which is resulting in me sticking my big dick in the business of others, insulting and blowing covers, risking an image that isn't worth the equipment.
But so when is the next album? Then you're working on the second album. When's that gonna drop?
Oh, man, no release date, but I'm trying to have it out definitely by the end of the summer. Hopefully by the beginning of the summer.
And by the beginning of the summer, we'll have a Model Citizens EP available.
Yeah, working on that also.
Sweet. So that's going to be coming out soon.
Yeah, we're hoping by the beginning of summer to get that done, just like 9 tracks or something like that.
Alright.
It's
You
about to
kind
go
of got a
down.
bowling-ish shirt too, so it works.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Bowling ball trick.
Yep.
15 pounds.
Yeah, we should put some music behind this.
Kick a beatbox, somebody.
There we go.
Nothing like death metal for doing fucking... That sounds like it's a punk. That's pretty gangster. How do you make it stop, though?
I can make it stop anytime I want. Just a second.
You gotta go slow.
Model citizens are on that new shit, that true shit. You couldn't fuck with our movement, so don't try nothing stupid. It's been proven we're not dudes you can be cool
I
with.
admit that I spit for shock value, and I can't even write a verse unless I pop value. I forgot how to, the rapper all the other vocalists hate. I could be signed in a second in a social estate. Why the fuck would you attach yourself to an area code and try to carry a load that you can barely uphold? This is the 3